But candidly, his medical condition is dire, and we look forward to the opportunity to have that fight. And obviously, he's in our prayers. Family members of his will arrive in New York from Greece tonight, and we will await word from physicians about what is reasonable to expect. Beyond that, we remain committed, obviously, to the proposition that Mr. Dulos is not guilty of the crimes charged, and hope that he recovers so that we can vindicate him in a court of law. We've secured the services of Ira Judelson from New York, who I should have called in the first instance. I've worked with him years ago in a case, and frankly didn't call him, but he's here now. And we are confident that if we get the opportunity to return on bond, we'll be back to where we were earlier in the week. So having said that, Helen, I know you always have a question.
What impact does this have on Mr. Dulos? You talked about the NYPD guarding him. Could you just clarify for us what this means practically for...
He's not in custody in New York, and this does not change his custodial status. He's there are guards posted because some reporters have tried to sneak in and see him, and we're aware of at least one other individual who thinks he's going to get rich writing a book on Fotis. So there are officers there, and the hospital is very mindful of the security, and they've, as near as I can tell, done a wonderful job providing care to Mr. Dulos.
You say the situation is dire, but can you give us more of an update? Obviously, he's still in critical condition. Have doctors told you that they're going to be able to update you so you can update us? Since they're not giving updates at the hospital?
I only play lawyer on TV. I don't play doctor. I'm not going to comment on his medical condition.
No, what did you mean about doing this so his family could see him? What did that mean?
If his bond were revoked, that would involve repercussions on an interstate basis, and he would have been in custody in New York. That would have limited the ability of his family to see him. By not being in custody, the hospital controls who gets to see him. If he were in custody, Department of Corrections persons would have been placed out the door. They would have made the rules. So we're trying to maintain access to him and his family at this very critical time.
Is it clear that he faced the threat of possibly going to jail is what triggered this incident yesterday?
I can't speculate on what led him to do what he apparently did. We had no indication that this was possible, and we are as shocked as you are by this.
Norm, you said yesterday in an interview with the NBC network that you blamed yourself partially. Can you explain that?
A lawyer's commitment is to be a shepherd to his client and to walk them through the valley of the shadow of death. And sometimes you make a call where you think your client is self-destructive, that is based on the best judgment that you can see. I saw nothing that led me to believe that, and so I look back and wonder what I missed.
Norm, does Fotis have a living will? And
I'm not going to comment on those issues at this point.
Who will be in charge of making any medical decisions?
We're working on that now.
What about his children? Have they been to see him, or are they planning to do so?
We are not involved with his children. His last words to us on the topic were he loves them and misses them very much. And
Was he alone yesterday morning?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have police been inside the Farmington home, and have they found any kind of a note?
You'd have to ask the police. Thank you very much, folks.